All right, well, welcome to Spur's first ride. Unfortunately, my audio did not work on this at all, and the computer and YouTube is out to get me, I think. I didn't want to upload stuff, so I had to cut his videos into two. Anyhow, just again, a little backdrop on Spur. He came to me as a horse in a lot of pain. Just petting him was painful, and so he's come a long way. Unfortunately, it's taken a long time to get him there. He's been at our place for quite a while, and if you think about it, you'd say that, we're wasting our time and not doing anything. But we are very much for working with the horse. We do not want to force the horse into doing something they're not ready for. And Spur was in enough pain that even brushing him was painful. And so, as I said on his groundwork stuff, we started doing treats. And I don't do treats. I usually do affection. But to Spur, affection was not okay. He didn't like affection because his body hurt. And so we went ahead and did treats, and he started going, oh, you guys are okay. And now he's actually starting to like the affection as well. He's starting to lean in and want to be scratched. But he's been ponied a ton, and we've done all the ground stuff, tied his head around to his tail for a few minutes each day, each way, and then we've driven him. Again, he's been ponied. This is really the first time Rick's had a lot of interaction with him. So in the beginning, you saw he was walking with him, teaching Spur how to move together. And I've done that a lot with Spur, but anytime you have a new person, that can also be scary to the horse. It takes a lot of time before that they learn that each person is going to be okay, especially for Mustangs. And so one of the things that we do is we always step up on each side. I always hate it when my audio doesn't work on my video because of the fact that there was so much I could interact with at that time that now I'm kind of lost. You can see I gave Rick some packer pellets, and I told him, I said, here, give him these little treats when you're up on his back. And Rick looked at me funny and said, really? Because it's just not something we do. But with this horse, it's made such a big difference. And again, I wanted him to know that the rider was okay. And he did, like I said, did very well, as you're going to soon see. But our whole goal is a relaxed horse. The old days of just get on them and bronc them out or ride them till they quit, take them on lots of miles. It may work, but it doesn't help the horse. And Spur is a horse that's very, very sensitive, and he's scared of his own shadow, really. When he first came and I started working with him, I felt like I was going nowhere, so we had our craniosacral specialist work on him. And she was able to do amazing things, and he has just done nothing but progress. And it, took some time. She had to work on him a couple times before he finally thought that we were okay. At least we weren't trying to kill him. I could brush him without him being too upset. And then we started to work him, and then we had some different weather issues. As you well know, in Central Oregon, things always do not go as planned. But I think for his first ride, Spur did great. You can see he's a little stiff and worried, and this is one of the reasons why I stay in the arena. Pretty soon here I'll pick up the whip, and all I do is I go into telling Spur I'm going to lunge him. And he goes, oh, lunging? I've done that before, and you've done that with me. And so then it frees him up. And here, Rick, I told him, I said, here, give him a packer pellet. And Rick's like, I'm not used to doing this. But then Spur went, oh, you mean when you're on my back, you're going to feed me instead of hurt me? And even though we're petting him and trying to tell him it's okay, giving him that treat just changes his whole mindset. He's like, oh, cool, I can do that. And then, our whole goal is to have this horse to be quiet. We don't believe in drugging them. We don't believe in cowboying them. I've had people come and work with me that just swore the first ride was always a rodeo. And in fact, I told him, I said, we have 2 Mustangs to start. And I had told him one was tougher, and he might, maybe try to spook and jump. I said, but I don't think he'll be bad. And we'd done everything we could to get him prepared. And just like we did here with Spur. And the first ride on both Mustangs was about this exciting. Very, very relaxed. The horse had no issues, no problems. And it was just... it was funny in a way because he was just totally dumbfounded. He was just sure that they're all supposed to be bad the first ride or two. And so that's what we do. Oh, right here, Spur stepped on that flag. See it pop up? Now, he didn't do anything wrong. He froze and went, oh my gosh. Now, when Rick asked him to move again, the flag moves again. Good boy. But he still didn't get out of control. That right there, from a trainer standpoint, and from me knowing this horse, is just huge. Huge on this horse's part. When he first came, first off, he wouldn't have come anywhere near the flag. Second, if he'd have stepped on it, he'd have left the country. So I am just so excited about how well he handled that. That was one of those, mistake things. Oops. But it worked out well. It worked out for the best. So that's really good. I tell you, when I'm just sitting here watching the video, it's a lot harder to come up with things to say. But, like I said, our whole key is to get a horse that's quiet and relaxed. Sometimes it takes longer to do your groundwork and to get them to that confident level. But once they've gotten to that confident level, they improve so quickly because of the confidence they've built that it's hard to explain it. But a horse with good groundwork is just great. And like I said, this horse, now that he has gotten over that fear, when we first started working him and we would tie him, he'd be tied to the hitching post and shake, literally tremble and shake anytime somebody was 20, 30 feet away from him. And so now to have two of us, actually three, because we have our friend and client videoing for us, it was that alone for him is just huge, because it used to be such a scary thing. And so you see Rick will turn him in circles. I kind of help. But now with the whip, you can see Spur kind of freeze up a little bit. He's now like, oh, okay, I know how to walk these circles and do this. And I said, this video really to me is boring to the average person, because it isn't a rodeo. He spotted the other horses. But it's not a rodeo, but that's what we want. We want a quiet horse that has learned to trust us, and in doing that becomes something that we can depend on later on in life. So we're going to call it about here. Just so you know, he did nothing else wrong. Let Rick step off just as quiet as can be. But we got to let our client go home sooner or later. Thanks for watching.